Welcome to an anime review of Interview with Monster Girls Episode 8. Yes, Episode 8. Can you believe it? 8. Like, it's been a long journey up to where we're at now. But Episode 8, I'd like to discuss how this episode was really, 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 really decent. Because this episode was about Monster Girls wants to learn. You know what I mean? Demi-chan wants to learn. That was the main thing. It was about the monster girls learning how to study for exams, all that stuff. It's just living the life of an average school, just practicing, learning about different vampires, learning about Yukionas, learning about succubus, learning about Duillahans, this and that. Now, Yuki plays a big role in this episode, guys. She plays a big role, and by a big role, I mean like a big role in a funny way, because she's a bit of a how you put this? Okay, you know how in every anime girl they don't want to laugh, they don't want to laugh so hard. It's just like that's how they are. She don't want to admit her true self, being all enjoyable, laughable type, quiet girl. That's how it is. And the vampire girl, I kind of feel bad for her. I mean, your little sister's rank 2, and Machi's rank 5. Yes, the Rulahan is rank 5. She outclassed all of you. And you think, oh, she cheats. She don't cheat. I mean, she put the head in the center, but that's not cheating. That's not cheating. Come on, guys. Be real. She studies a lot. You guys barely study. Well, Yuki probably. But you vampire girl, you Hikari, I don't know, you kind of suck. But then again, having the main character as the exciting, cheerful girl you are, it's best to bring some laughs once in a while. But Yukiona and the succubus, Saki-chan, Sato Sensei, whatever, those two share interests, reading a manga called Van Durolan, Van something, not like Van Helsing, but there's a manga about this. They're reading this manga about about this vampire putting up these codes and sucking the blood at night, Van Helsing Batman mix. And Yuki, as the snow woman she is, she can't hide her true affections. She's about to turn into an otaku. She's about to turn. I mean, she has 7 volumes of the book, even though she don't want to admit it. But that's part of life, trying to be open. Being otaku, hello, what's the point? But again, it was a funny, decent episode. I can't say much about it, but it was great. How Yuki trying to be open, but even though she can't, that's just But the vampire herself, she's trying to test people's arms, because she's like, oh, I know you. I can feel based off of flavor just by the touch of your arm. So if she touched my arm like this, she could say, oh. She could put all these adjectives up here, but then she could just you got the arm strength of something, something, or whatever. So she tests out Machi. And in Machi's arm, being that the ruler on her is, she got an arm of a chicken. I'm like, you calling my girl has an arm of chicken tenderloins? That's how it tastes? So that's, okay, when I said my girl Machi, I mean that, because in this show, Machi's my best monster girl in this episode. Sweet, innocent, hardworking, good body. I'm sorry I said that, but yeah. And then you test out Yuki-chan, who got this arm, who got soft like ice cream because she's a snow woman. So of course she got the advantage, soft and ice cream, come on. But then you got the big guy, the big muscular guy with his arm, he got hair in his arms, and he has he got too many muscles. So what? He works out. You can see me playing fitness, he works out, yeah. But then, the sensei is stupid. Why would you say, oh, I wouldn't mind eating out. I'm like, she has a good taste. I'm like, why would you bring that up in front of 3 young girls? Why would you bring that up? You could have said that after they left. But again, you're talking about sexual desires, lust. I guess that's how I guess that's how Saka Sensei is really sexy. I do mind that. And then you saying it out loud. These three girls, including these three girls, are jealous. Well, not really jealous. It's more like you're a pervert because you love to eat her out. You know what I mean? Love eating Sato Sensei. Love, you like her. And I'm like, you idiot. There's three young monster girls behind you. Why would you bring that up? But giving credit what credit is due, the jealousy is kicking in because at the end of the show, Hikari's little sister dropped rank 3rd. And then at a froze stance like this, one monster girl passed everybody on top 30, and that was Machi. So don't be fooled by a Darulahan who studies real hard than Hikari and Yuki. Don't underestimate Machi, period. But again, this was a decent episode, and then had a little more, average comedy, average instinct, but then it's really decent, I mean, it's not as hype as it is, but then again, it's trying to lower it down everything. What I said about Monster Misune and actually mix into a cute little school life monster girl anime, that's what they did. So again, really decent episode, and episode 8 really did it. So with more episodes coming along the way, we're bound to see more. Oh, but the only thing I found interesting about looking at this show and episode 8 is these average people. These average people. By average, I mean the school itself. Like, you got different monsters. You got monster girls with the color hair, their own color hair. But you have these others, people, and you have other kids in the school that has like black hair, brown hair, black hair. You see what I'm saying? Average. While they focus on the 4 monster girls with the hair color. You see what I'm getting at? But one more thing. The succubus, her backstory is so badass. Like, so badass. Like, you got this one delinquent guy who's trying to grab her, but then she studied judo, like tip toss that guy, but then he got so turned on, like this is some bondage thing. I'm like, damn, you really like getting beat up by this woman. But nah, yeah, that's what I'm like. Stay away from Sato Sensei. Stay away from the succubus teacher, because if a guy, I would imagine her in the streets with some big guy or whatever trying to grab her and rape her. She's the judo, slam him down, and I'm like, oh god, she's badass. That was the most funny episode. That part was just like, oh wow, that is awesome. That was an awesome part of that episode. But that's it for now. So next week, episode 9 of Interview with Monster Girls. And remember, the moral of this episode is study hard, and you'll probably rank 1 in your exams.